Time to play the Gluebook again. Is that for me?
Yeah, go answer it. Push the green button.
The green button turns it on?
Mm-hmm. Hello, hello. Yeah, honey, the green button.
No? Hi. I was just trying to see on a video. Yeah. Yeah, that was cool. Yeah.
That was a big spider, tell him.
Huh?
That was a big spider.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a cool spider. I never seen a spider like that before. Yeah. Those, I never seen the one of those spiders. Yeah.
Hello, hello.
Yeah.
Is there anybody out there in this cyber YouTube world?
And it made a big, yes, it was in a forest, trying to make a spider web on the tree. I looked at it and I said, huh, what's this spider inside here?
I think I like
Yes,
this.
that I've never seen a forest before. That was cool. But it just made a web and it takes me twice, then it bited them and they licked it, and I never had this before. Yes, this is never going to be here again. I went to a forest, come by a spider, went by, I came back over, then I saw it and I said, huh, what is in here? And then this is so super fun. Yes. Yes. And I made coming, and it was so cute. It was my spider.
Hi.
And this was
So nice of you to cheat. I hope that the signal is better. I think I learned what my problem was the last time I was streaming. I think it's YouTube. I think it's when I have Netflix on one device, I cannot stream. Netflix sucks up my internet's brain.
the red button.
Yep, push the red one, honey.
Wait,
I am in North Carolina. I am out in the woods though, so the only internet that I have is like this DSL stuff, this DSL, and it's really lousy. Hey Lil, can you go get baby wipes on can you go get me a bag of baby wipes out of the box in the bedroom?
Why?
Because my fingers are all sticky and I don't have any baby wipes in here. Oh, wow. So if you're getting good signal in England, then it must be pretty good today. Things must be working out pretty well. How are things across the big lake today? Oh, great. I've been doing some harvesting, so I figured that I would start gluing it to something because I just have so many. It's just ridiculous. It's funny because I'm in a swap and I just shipped something to Europe.
And it was a big spider.
Very nice, honey. And I'm very surprised at how inexpensive the shipping was. Thanks, honey. You know, it's just a small envelope for a swap. It just was, you know, it didn't weigh a whole lot. But I always thought it was like outrageous because I've shipped packages out there and it has been really expensive. But this really wasn't that bad, so I'll do some more shipping to across seas now that I know it's really not you know, it really doesn't break your wallet. I know, like, the big no-no to collaging is gluing things down before you have them figured out, but this book is kind of just pictures that I like, pictures that I found that I liked, so they can go wherever is kind of how I'm working it. I did have a couple pages that didn't work out so well, but I'm sure I could put something on there to make it work. What, honey? Yeah, go. You gotta clean your stuff up on the table first. You're welcome. And my husband's gone to help somebody for the afternoon, so I thought that I would do a live stream, which is a lot of fun, and hang out with some friends for the afternoon. I got some catalogs in the mail. This one was Sundance, I believe, which if you are big into jewelry. All right, you got to pick up your books. Bring your glue stick in here and put it over here. Hi, Maria. Thanks for joining me. Hold on, I just saw a big spider in here, so I just have to step on it real quick. Right here. Oh, yeah. All right, put your glue on the shelf in there, honey, and then I'll put the Play-Doh on the table for you.
All right, check out Fido.
Oh my goodness. The spiders in my house, because we have an old farmhouse, they are everywhere. Trust me. I'm sure that I did not hurt the population of spiders in my house 1 ounce. Every single day, they just keep multiplying in here. And the reason why I leave them because I know that they eat other bugs, and I've seen them, earning their keep. But this is my daughter's bedroom, so I kind of feel weird about her sleeping with the spider. Because she shares this room with my craft space and my living room. This is multi-purpose in here. But like I have some in my bathroom, and I have a couple of them. Actually, I have a couple of them in my bedroom that live behind my curtains, and I let them stay. They're fine. But I leave the ones in the bathroom for sure because they really help out with the bugs. I read an article one time about this guy who was feeding the spider that lived under his bathroom sink. I'm like, whoa, buddy, you're going a little too far. If they want to live here, they got to earn their keep. I'm just about ready to start charging the kids rent, for crying out loud. You can hear my 7-month-old in there yelling. Pages to fill the space. I mean, I have such a mess in here with so many images. And I just started getting this Veranda magazine, and this has got some awesome pictures in it. I love the stuff that they have in here so far. Except for that card. But if you have a chance, and I don't know about you, Joey, because you're not in the States. I don't know if they do this in Europe, but this is a cool magazine. And the paper is thick. So right now, that's all got full page stuff. I'm just looking for pieces. And I was just going to grab something. I've been organizing some of a new category that I wanted to do. So I'm going to put my jewelry in my new jewelry envelope, because I don't want all these pages to get screwed up. So, I mean, I got all of these cutouts from the catalog. I got all these pages that are filled with jewelry. Yeah, I use the pages of my books too. I really like to hold on to everything and then find a use for it someplace else. Like I have some lottery tickets and stuff here I'm going to try using up. Yeah, you really have to do some organizing. And I've been enjoying putting them in these things. It's been working out pretty well. I mean, I say that, but this is really the first time I'm experimenting with it. I've noticed that I have to organize by size. It's just having things just all thrown together really doesn't work. Like I'm working out of this pile right now that I ripped up literally today. So, and I know I ripped some skinny pieces, and I want to find some skinny pieces to put on the side here. Oh, it's so hard. It is so hard to keep everything organized, because it's, if you're if you're creating art, things just get all thrown all over the place. Like the tornado just unleashes its fury. Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I like
Okay. Yeah.
that's it. I'm trying to stay forward.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
that's cool. I was thinking that here. I said, get out of here. Get out, get out.
You said that to the tomato?
Tornado.
Oh. It's just really not possible to be creative and organized at the same time. I've just learned this. Oh, that's great, Maria. You're a teacher. How was class today? How were the students today? I would love to work in a school. I would love to do something like that. I've been thinking about it recently. If I decided to go with a new career, what I would do. And I would like to get into a school. This side here doesn't like to stay glued down. I'm going to call those 2 pages done, unless I want to put a watch. Nah. I have this catalog, and Joey, I know you'll be able to get this because it's actually from Sweden. It's called Gudrun's Joden. It is Swedish. And the pages in it are really thick. So they're really good for stuff like this. They're really good for gluing things onto. They don't warp, I have stuff glued to this page and the other side is like perfect. So I'm kind of just using this as my glue book. I have some nice, fancy moleskin books, that are high end, but I'm like afraid to use them for this stuff right now. So maybe I can try those ones next. I've already been holding on to those notebooks forever. One of them's got blank white pages and one of them's got lined graph paper in it. So, I might as well just break them out and use them. But I'll do that after I make up my little book here. Hey, Scotty! Thanks for joining me today. I got some time without my husband, and we're all ready for the storm. So I was like, you know what? I am going to do a live stream today. And Lily is in the other room yelling, bring me some beer. When I watch other people's live streams, she thinks that they can hear her, so she yells that at them too, bring me some beer. All right, Lil, they're all going to bring you some beer. It's on its way. I have been watching Carla Caged Fish and Shannon Green's Journal for No Reason, and it's really inspired me to do some just gluing. Glue therapy is what it feels like. It's just glue therapy. Pile of crap over here. I really should organize a little bit better. So how is everybody's week going so far? I hope that you're not running around like a mad woman like I've been, trying to clean my porch off and stock up on water and you know, just getting ready for a nasty storm. It doesn't look like it's going to be as bad for us. Looks like it's still going to be kind of... Oh, yeah, Scotty, you went to Disney. Did you enjoy these sleeves? So I have them organized by size there, and then I've been writing on the side what they are. And it's working out pretty well so far. You know, hopefully it stays this way because I don't want to organize them again. Oh, I bet you the Animal Kingdom, that would probably be the one thing I would want to see. I mean, I don't know if I'd ever go because I don't do crowds well and I don't do lines very well. You know, I don't, maybe someday I'll take the kids when the baby gets a little bit older and they can control me better on tranquilizers. But if I went, the one thing I know I would want to see would be the Animal Kingdom. For sure. Because I love that stuff. And I'm sure the kids would love it too because Lily loves animals. And we'll just force Vera May to love animals. I find that people, and whenever I ask people how their trip to Disney was, it goes one of two ways. Either they hated it and it was overpriced, or if they love, if they're big Disney fans anyway, then they love it and they want to return. I noticed that that is the two things. Those are the two directions. I've never had anybody say, oh, well, Disney was okay. No, it's either they love it or they hated it. Yeah, the Fast Pass does help so long as you get it early enough, because I had a couple of friends that went in June and they didn't get it early enough. So they still had to wait in line, which I was like, oh my God, you pay all that money for that pass and you still have to wait in lines. Yeah, and I'm sure that the kids had a wonderful time. I mean, that is, for a child, that really is a magical experience. I mean, there is not much on this, you know, in America anyway. There really isn't much that's magical to children, and Disney can definitely deliver that. I know that Disney is talking about pulling all of their TV shows and their movies off of the streaming services and coming up with their own. And if they do, I hope it's not a fortune because I'm definitely going to subscribe to it for the girls. Because Lily loves Disney. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of walking at those places. It's definitely a draining it's definitely a draining place to be. Drains all your energy out of you. But hopefully right now with kids being back in school, the crowds weren't super rough as they would be on the popular vacation weeks and stuff. My sister-in-law, she has family that lives right outside of Disney, and she has taken my nephew like a half a dozen times already, and he is 4, and he has already been there about a half a dozen times. Oh, I don't blame you. I wouldn't have had any qualms about a scooter either, you know, especially if you want to be there and you want to participate, but it's getting to the point where you're having a time. Yeah, Maria, I've been watching her journal for videos, and I'm like last night I was watching while I was cooking dinner, and I almost burnt my chicken because I was so engrossed in her video. You know, I don't even care. I really don't even care how pretty they come out. It's just pictures that I like, and I'm arranging it in ways that I think looks cool, you know. I'm the one that's going to be looking at it all the time. And of course, men, they just don't understand the need for all the paper. They really don't get it. My husband's like, shakes his head at me last night. I have my papers scattered all over the table. He's like, what are you ever going to do with all this stuff? I'm like, I am going to glue it to things. Maybe I'll glue it in a book. Maybe I'll glue it to your forehead. But it is getting glued someplace. And if it doesn't get glued, maybe I'll just force you to eat it with your breakfast in the morning. Breakfast and magazine pages. Cereal and magazine pages. How nutritious. You think that'd be yummy if you eat the paper? Oh. What about if you add some salt and pepper? Oh. Some Play-Doh in it? I like the smell of Play-Doh. No, because it's yucky. I think Lily is the only child I've ever seen that has not eaten Play-Doh. She does very good with her Play-Doh. It's lasted her a long time, and none of it has become a meal, which I think is awesome. And watch, Vera May, she is going to eat all the Play-Doh, and she already eats all the paper. She has a cardboard box. I had a little cardboard box, a little cage. We have to keep her caged now because she's just so mischievous. And you know, she had a cardboard box and there were their toys in it, and I walk in, she's like sucking on the box. I'm like, oh my God. You know, and plus my windows still have lead paint on the frames. Inside the frames, we're going to be replacing our windows. And I'm afraid if there's any paint chips, V will definitely be the one to eat them. So another reason why she's caged across the room from the windows. She's in there right now yelling at one of her toys. Hey, Cheryl. Thanks for coming and watching me glue paper. I find it relaxing. I love watching those collage videos. The kitty?
No, the chicken.
Yeah, the chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, the chickens, they like to eat the bugs out of the grass.
Yeah, but it's looking around. And chickens like to eat worms. That's their favorite snack.
Yeah, they like to eat worms. And any bugs. They like all bugs. And they like vegetables.
What? They don't eat any vegetables. What do you think?
Yeah,
Why?
because they're chickens.
Why do chickens like vegetables?
No, not in replay yet. Not yet.
What?
I had some pieces in here that I cut. I love trees. I love forests. Oh my goodness. Hi, Renee. We got everybody coming in today. So I got to put some forests in here, I think. Like I have a whole category in my accordion file that is just, it's labeled trees and fields. I have about 4 field pictures and about 927 tree pictures. I just love trees. Yeah, Cheryl, they really are sweet. Like Lily is just so, I can't believe she's my child. Like where do these little people come from? She's way too good for me. She is way too good of a human being. Like yesterday, she asked about 9/11. She asked what the pictures were that I saw that we were, looking at. She looks at Facebook and Instagram with me sometimes. And I explained to her what happened, about bad people wanting to attack us, wanting to attack our country. And she named off all the people that she would never be bad to. She's like, I won't be bad to you or Auntie or Grammy or Melissa, or, she's like naming off all these people. It was just so cute because, that's how her little brain processed it. Her little brain processed, well, those people are bad. I don't want to be bad. It was cute. It really was. The way they process things and the way their little minds work is just so sweet. Unless they're a mischievous child, then it's just so not sweet. Sometimes you just glue a picture crooked, and that's just the way it ends up. We were actually supposed to leave. We were going up north for a couple of weeks, and we were supposed to leave yesterday. But this hurricane has us sticking around because I have all my ice cream in my freezers in the shop, and if we lose power, we have to keep the generator running. And I'm sure we're going to lose power. And so yesterday I officially unloaded the freezer to the ice cream truck. I have a couple of events when we come back that we're going to plug it in for, it's plugged in for like 1 more week, but we're not going to do any more pedaling. The pedaling days are over. Now it's just, I'm thinking about buying one of those vintage suitcases and putting all my collage stuff in that suitcase, like in one of those hard suitcases. I have a couple of them in my storage trailer, but they're already in use. So when we go up north, there's a couple of flea markets that I go to, and one of them sells those suitcases for $1 a piece. I mean, and we're talking nice, hard suitcases. $1 a piece for all sizes. So I'm probably going to get like 4 or 5. I'm going to stock up on suitcases. Brian is just going to hate me. I know, $1 a piece. And I get ephemera there, and they've got all kinds of random stuff. I've gotten invoices from companies that went out of business and, just all kinds of random papers. I got some really old paper last year, like old music books and greeting cards. And I bring these armfuls of stuff. And last year I bought some household stuff. I bought all that, and it came to like $4. They don't even care. They just want to get rid of it. So, like, it's a dangerous place. It's a good thing I don't live there anymore, or else I would, I would be totally, my house would just be so full of stuff. more than it is now. And my house is full of stuff, and I have storage trailers that are full of stuff too. There's just so much stuff in my life. And I mean, I only discovered that flea market about a year before we moved. So I definitely bought them all out of their junk in that year. So now it's nice because when I go up there once a year, all their junk is restocked. But, you know, when I was first starting out, I wish I had thought to shop at these flea markets and these thrift stores, because I charged everything, bought new appliances and all new stuff that turned out to be junk anyway. You know, and you go to these flea markets and they sell these appliances and everything so cheap. I wish I had known just how cheap it was then, because I wouldn't have gone and made my credit all screwed up. And my credit's fine now, but it wasn't when I was in my early 20s. My credit was all screwed up from spending. Just spend. Oh, well, that's good, Cheryl, because Myrtle Beach is in line to get totally destroyed. I mean, they're going to get hammered. I mean, I have friends out on the coast that are essential because they work in hospitals and whatnot, which if you're in a hurricane, you would think the safest place to be would be in a hospital because of the way that those buildings are built. But it's still scary, you know, it's still like, you know, these storms are no joke. I think you've told me before, but where in Virginia are you, Cheryl? Because I'm right on the Virginia line in North Carolina. Richmond, you're like about 2 hours from me, I think. I think Richmond is like 2 hours away. I am an hour and a half directly south of Roanoke. If you've ever heard of Stewart, Virginia, or Galax, I'm near Galax. Galax is really pretty. Martinsville, we're about a half hour from Martinsville. Bye, Scotty. Thanks for coming. Yeah, Richmond is like plopped right in the middle of the state. I'm about an hour from Lynchburg, I think. Hour and a half. Danville's about an hour away. I'm a half hour to an hour from anywhere where there's human life. Other than that, I'm stuck in the middle of nowhere. It is the middle of nowhere out here. Look at this face on this alpaca. Is that not totally amazing? Oh, I had a stomach bug in July. It was like crippling. I'm so thankful because Brian took my oldest. He took Lily to work. And so I stayed home and it was just the baby and me. And luckily she behaved so well because I slept. I was up sick all night and then I slept all day long. I hope you feel better soon. That's awful. That is awful. I would not wish a stomach bug on my worst enemy because it's terrible, 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 terrible. I hate flus. Hey, Lil, what are you doing? So you'll be nice and sick for this storm to come in. Yeah, I was so sick, and then I slept all day. I cannot believe how tired I was. Like, I remember I watched Pink Poodle Crafts. I watched Stacy all night because she was on until like 5 in the morning. Thank God they kept me company because I was up all night. And then the few times I woke up during the day, I was watching people's live streams. I watched Caged Fish. I watched a few other people, you know, just to keep my mind off of feeling like death. But yeah, it is awful. I feel for you, sister. I hope that you feel better because that is just, oof, that is just an awful way to feel, to be sick with a flu like that. I can deal with the runny nose. I can deal with the aches and pains. I cannot deal with the stomach. This is a catalog, actually, that Shelly told me about. It is called Good Runs Jodin. Let me type it in here so that you can see. That's the website. They have if you request a catalog, you have to change their site from mobile to desktop, I learned. But this paper is so thick in these catalogs, and they've got gorgeous images in them already. So like this is like great background, you know. I just like to cover up some of the people. You know, but I left her because I like her. I think she's a very elegant looking woman. She seems like the type of person I would like to be friends with. She looks like a wise aunt. So I kept her there, but I cover up, I cover up people and everything. Unless they're funny looking people, then I collage with them. Very cruel, but you know, this crafting community is a cruel world. But I recommend it. If you want to use the paper, or if you like the images in it, I definitely recommend this catalog. It is just, and they send nice, yep, I will, honey. They send nice little postcards and stuff that have great texture, like they're nice and thick, you know. It would help if I glued this one down first. I'm going, honey. Every once in a while, our toilet runs. Because we have hard water, so you know, every once in a while the chain needs to be replaced in the toilet tank. So Lily is like afraid of flushing the toilet. Yeah, Cheryl, go check it out for sure. Go check it out. You will not be disappointed. What's the matter with my pumpkin? Yep. Push the green. Yep.
Hello? Oh, it's carrying.
Is it?
Yes. Here.
Hello? Hi. Yeah, I told her to pick it up.
I love you. And I won't hurt you though.
I won't hurt you. Why? You're supposed to be hurting people now?
No. Just kidding. Hey, let's talk about that cool forest. There's a spider in the forest. There's a girl on the top. Yeah, they're super cool.
Like, I don't even know if I'm going to put anything on this picture because I love this picture.
Let's catch flies. And I like those. They're so spiky, and I like the spikes on that on fly.
On the flies.
Let's talk about food I like. Do you like chicken?
My aunt called, so Lily has got to be in there talking to her. I'm sure she called because I'm supposed to be there, but I'm not with this hurricane, so they're all worried now because we postponed our plans.
I like more.
Oh, and it stinks because I'm really excited to get away from this place, you know? Sometimes you, especially if you have a house like mine that we're working on all the time, sometimes you just gotta get away.
Do you like it? What else do you like? Yeah, thank you. I like strawberries and raspberries and blueberries. Do you like raspberries? Do you like blueberries?
Yeah, that catalog, it's like a Swedish company, but I mean, even if you're into dressing, you know, even if you're into organic clothes and organic fibers and stuff, that is definitely a green company. They are very green. All of their cotton is eco cotton. You know, their price is reflected. I am a cheap shopper, but I would love to be able to get the stuff in this catalog.
Yes, I do. And I want Daddy put them in his trailer. Somebody took up on him because they're so nice.
It doesn't look like we're going to be getting as much of this storm though, as they said. It looks like it's going to be further south now. Oh, that's okay, Cheryl. I should get going too because I got to start making supper. Thanks for joining me though. I'm sure that we'll do this again.
And I want to set up a little page to one. Yeah. Hey, you down. Can you turn, you gotta turn your phone?
Yeah, thanks for coming, Cheryl. I definitely want to, I'm definitely going to do this again, probably when I get back from our vacation, if it ever happens. Good luck with the storm, and I hope you feel better.